Hello again, and welcome to part 9G of this series I'm doing on obtaining a ham license. And for those of you who have been slogging through this antenna business with me, today Glenn King is coming over for the second time, and he's going to once again hook his antenna analyzer up to this connector. And we're going to run that old signal out there on different frequencies like I explained in a previous video. We're going to see how things are faring now that I've raised it up 6 more feet in the air and lopped off 6 inches on each end. It's kind of hard. Glenn is a working man, so am I. And it's kind of hard, you know, to get time to do these things. You know, if you're home every day and, you know, you're retired or whatnot, you can do it, you know, whenever you want. It's a great deal. But unfortunately, neither of us have reached that point yet. I could retire, but I'm not going to do it quite yet. So hopefully, things will be much better. I hope he looks at me and says, "John, your G5RV antenna is finally good to go." Because if it's not, that means the ends are going to have to come down and more is going to have to be cut off and it's going to have to go back up, but it'll be a lot faster this time. So hang in there with me for about 2 or 3 more videos and we'll have this entire series complete. I hope. The antenna will be up. The SWRs will be good. I'll have my antenna tuner in by that time. I plan to order it tomorrow. And I'll explain to you how an antenna tuner works. We'll look at it, go through some of the dials, you know, best I can tell you. And then comes the grand finale. The antenna tuner will be on top of the radio. The radio will be sitting on my workbench. I'll have my video camera set up on a tripod. And I'm going to, you know, I'll hook up my microphone and I'm going to do a CQ and try to locate somebody, my first contact. The first contact will have their call sign and their name, their first name, put in a frame. And I'm going to put it above my radio in my ham shack, I guess is what you call it. And they will also, it'll all be filmed and I'll put it on YouTube. So the person that contacts me as a brand new ham operator that I am will become a YouTube star. And their call sign and first name will always be above my desk on the wall in a nice, neat little frame. So keep in mind, I'm not one, I will not be one who does this contact business 73, see you later. I don't like that stuff. I don't, to me, ham radio is more than, can I contact 3,000 people in the next 35 minutes? You know, it's just not me. I want to be able to talk to folks and have a conversation. If someone is, you know, I don't mind it on field day. That's what field day is all about. You make as many contacts as you can. But somehow in my mind, to sit behind a desk in front of a radio I've spent a lot of money on, a lot of time on, and just say, you know, yeah, I made a contact and move on to the next one, make contact, move on to the next one, and keep doing that. I don't know. To me, that's not ham radio. I don't think that's what it was designed to be right in the very beginning. I guess I'm just too old-fashioned, and maybe I just don't understand what it's all about. I'm not going to do that. I want to have conversations with folks, get to know them. How you doing? How's the kids? Things like that. So, hopefully in the next few minutes, Glenn will show up with his analyzer and we'll pick up this video at that point. Okay, we got Glenn back here for the second time, and he's brought his magic box with him. And he's going to give me a bill of good health here, aren't you? I've already told him all the frequencies you'll be checking at. And hopefully we'll get us a good readout this time. I don't know. If
You're
not,
really close.
Really close. Okay, what does that mean? Really
You're
close to?
still a little bit low in frequency, which means the antenna is still a little bit low.
Okay, now how much do I have to remove this time?
Let me check a little further.
All right, we'll get a verdict here in a second. I'll shut the camera off till he decides. What did you said the 80 meter was really high on SWR.
I expected that.
Okay, for a G5RV, 80 meter. Okay, now you said that I'm really in good shape though on what is it?
20 meters, which is the native frequency of the G5RV. There's where it resonates now at 13.99 or 14 megahertz.
And that's pretty
which
good.
Is a little low.
In low
frequency, which means the antenna needs a little bit more cut off of it.
Okay, how much more are we talking about? 3 inches, 6 inches?
Probably about half as much as you cut off before.
3 inches off each side?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, I can do that, and then I guess I have to get back with you again, right?
Okay.
Poor Glenn having to come over here and put up with this crap all
nice
the time.
Drive. Look at this day.
Yeah, it is a nice day out here.
Nice
It's nice and
day.
sunny,
Look at
nice
this.
pretty
It's
day.
Following a little rain shower, and it's nice and sunny. It's really a nice day.
All right, well, what I'm going to do is take it down tomorrow morning, and I'll lop off 3 inches off each end, and then I'll, I guess I'll have to see you on Friday, and maybe we can set up another day here where you can zip over real quick like a bunny, huh?
Friday morning probably should be a good time.
Friday morning, you think you could come in? Okay, well, good. I'll, and then Friday afternoon, we'll just go out to lunch. How's that?
That sounds good too.
All righty. Thanks a lot again, Glenn.
You bet.
Well, I've got some good news to report. I lopped off the 2 3-inch sections on each end of the antenna, and when I hoisted it back up, the feed line, now look where the feed line's at. It's almost 5 feet in the air. Somehow I picked up 2 more feet. So now instead of 3 feet on the ground that went to 3 feet above the ground, we're now 5 feet above the ground. So that's 28 plus 5, that's 33 feet in the air. That baby's way up yonder. I don't know if you can see her or not, but it's up there someplace. I talked to Glenn about it, and he said that it's in perfect, nice height. It's a nice height. Also, he said I can go ahead and angle the feed line more of an angle and get it completely out of the yard here. So that's what I'll be doing. Hey, today is the 3rd time that Glenn's coming over to check my antenna after I've cut off to 3 inches. Glenn, are you here to prove that the old adage, 3rd time is a charm?
Almost.
Well, how we looking?
You're better, but you're not there yet.
Still not there yet. Oh, bummer. Now, what frequency are you checking?
14.1 right now.
Now, okay, so you're checking the 20 meters,
20
right?
meters.
And you're checking it at 14.25. But at 14, what do we got at 14.25?
14.25. We'll call that 25. It's like 1.75 to 1.
Okay, well that's pretty good though, really, isn't it?
It's not bad.
Now that's on the 20 meter band. Now what about which one am I having the biggest problems with here now?
75 meters is where you had it was.
Okay, that would be you'd be checking that at 3.9 megacycles,
yeah,
right?
Let me run up to 7 megahertz. Okay.
So we're on the 40 meter now. He's going to check it around 7.2, right?
And it's at 7.2. It's 1.7 to 1.
Now he's talking about standing wave ratio again. That's not bad. That's still not bad.
That's not bad.
Okay. Well, what about the 80 meter? Now we're still pretty high on that, aren't we? Yeah. Now he's checking the 80 meter at about 3.9 megahertz.
The best.
And we're looking at, my goodness, that's, well, it's over in the red there as far as standing wave ratio goes.
The best occurs at it's above 3 to 1, but it dips out at 3.8 megahertz.
Well, as you can see, the 3rd time was not a charm. The 80 meter band had high SWR still, which was expected, but it is coming down. The 10 and 15 meter bands could be much better. So Glenn said chop off 3 inches from the feed line, which is a whole lot easier than pulling the whole antenna down. I can just go out there and cut it off, put new connectors on the end, and hook it up to the plastic piece that you saw me rig up a while back if you were watching the videos. And then he'll come back over again for the 4th time. He's a fine feller. You know, this whole thing boils down to you got to take the time to do it right the first time. If you don't have time to do it right the first time, where are you going to get time to do it right the 2nd time? And the weather's getting colder. I don't want to go through all this stuff a 2nd time. So until next time, which would be the 4th time, like I said, this is John.